guys, how's everyone doing today? So, I'm so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be putting up videos. And today I am going to be using the Kathleen Lights X Colorpop Dream Street palette. I did just get this the other day in the mail. And I wanted to do this video for a while. I was waiting for this for a long time. But I did get it, and I'm so excited to use it. I did prime my eyelids, do my eyebrows, but that's all I did today so far, and I primed my face. That way we can make the video a little shorter. I don't want to make it too extensive, so I'm just going to dive right in. And I've been thinking, instead of coming on here saying, hey guys, like everybody else does, I'm trying to think of something different and new that I can say that, you know, isn't such a cliche. Like, it actually kind of gets annoying when everybody comes on saying, hey guys, you know. So, I'm trying to find something new. So, if anybody has any inspiration for me, I would really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to stop babbling and just get started. I did get some new brushes I'm going to try to use. These were from an app I have. It's called Very Dice. And you roll dice to get points. And the points you turn in for real products. So, it's pretty cool. But I got these brushes. They're like no name brand. But, I mean, they seem like nice little brushes. So, I'm going to try them out today. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to start with this one here. And this is the inside of the palette. I'm going to start off with this color right here, which is Magical. This is actually inspired by Kathleen Lights, one of her tutorials with this palette. So I just wanted to say that to start. And I'm going to be putting this in my crease all the way through. It's a beautiful, like, peachy color. I just hope these brushes are good for it, because I've never used brushes before. But they seem like decent, nice brushes. They're nice and soft. And they seem to be distributed evenly and everything, so we'll see. The palette itself I've used slightly, maybe twice, but I don't know, I just wanted to try something with it on here for you guys. I know it's not her newest collab that she has, but it's the one that, you know, piqued my interest the most. I'm just putting this from my crease up. I don't know if you can see it yet. It's a beautiful peach. It's probably my favorite transition color in the palette. And there is another transition color right next to it, which I'm going to be getting into in a minute, and it's called Shooting Star. But right now I'm still working with this one. And you can see there's, you know, good pigmentation, but I'm working very lightly with it because ColourPop's eyeshadows, since it's the first time I've been using them, I've never used ColourPop before I got this palette. Their eyeshadows are very different from a lot of eyeshadows. They're very, very creamy. Probably the creamiest eyeshadow I've ever felt. And there's great pigmentation. You know, as you can see, well, hopefully you can see. I mean, it's really packing on there very good. Alright. So there's the first color on there. I'm going to switch off to this brush right here. Like I said, they don't have any names. It's just like a flat but fluffy brush, which is normally my favorite for transition colors, especially when I'm bringing it into my eyelid. And I'm going to go into that shade right here, Shooting Star. So who's excited about the giveaway? It's coming up very, very soon. We're getting so close to it. It is next Wednesday, and I'm going to be going live to do it, now that I have my internet back, which drove me absolutely insane to not have internet. There's a little bit of fallout in these, but not much at all. And I'm just bringing this like on the outer V of my eye and in a little bit, and then across the eyelid, and across the crease. So I hope you can see what it is. It's hard to see sometimes when you work with lighter colors. But I am going to be getting into the darker colors in the palette in a few minutes. And the reason why I'm sticking to what Kathleen Lights did on her like what she did when she came out with this. She did a video. It was like 2 different looks with the same palette. Right after she came out and said, you know, this is her palette and everything. So I had a hard time actually like figuring out what colors to use with this, and it normally doesn't happen. It's mostly because there are a lot of good colors in here, but this is just such a mix of warm and cool tone colors that it's hard to figure out. You know what I mean? Which is nothing bad about the palette. Don't think I'm saying anything bad about it, because I really, really like it, and like I said, they're amazing colors. But it's just something that, you know, I personally, like when I look at it, I'm like, oh, you know, like I picked it out because I love these shimmers here, here, here. This is satin here. This is shimmer here. And this kaleidoscope, which I'm going to swatch for you real quick because I thought it was pretty amazing. It's just such a mix. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it almost looks like it has green flecks and blue flecks in it. I mean, it's pretty cool. So I was excited. I'm going to dip into the color Potion right here, which looks like, if you look at it in here, it looks almost like a brownish, but once you get it in your eye, it's almost like a salmon. And I'm just putting this right out here in the outer V again, just building up the different colors for the dimensions. Well, I guess it's like a brownish salmon almost. It's a nice color though. And then once I have like almost nothing left on the brush, I'm going to bring it in a little bit into the crease. I hope the camera's picking this up right, because these colors just, they're so easy to blend together. Like texture, quality is all absolutely amazing. Brings in again in here a little bit. Once there's almost no color on there, bring it into the center and the front of my eye. I'll probably end up blending this up higher once I get all the rest of the colors on my eye. I kind of like to start out, you know, just with my eyelid almost. And I do the transition to make it easier to blend the colors together. But I like it so far. I'm pretty excited. Alright, I'm going to use my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Studio Concealer. It's a long friggin' name for a concealer, but I'm just putting it on the back of my hand like that, right there. That's the Kaleidoscope eyeshadow. It's beautiful. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to use this one here. This is the concealer brush it came with here. And I'm just going to start cutting my crease from the beginning all the way out. Well, like, about to, like, right there. These brushes seem to be working pretty good. I mean, I'm getting through this pretty quick. Of course, cutting my crease always takes a little bit longer, but the video shouldn't be too long. And I didn't do any of my face makeup, like I said, because I went to do my eyes first. This palette really doesn't have much fallout, but I normally do that just in case there is going to be fallout. I haven't noticed any real fallout with it, but yeah, I've only used it like twice so far, so. Right. That's about, alright. So that's about good. I did all the concealer that I'm going to be doing. I really like this brush. It was amazing for the concealer. Perfect shape, size, everything. So that's awesome. I'm really glad I got them brushes. So for a shader brush, I'm going to go and use my Alamar brush just because I really like, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this one right here because I'm going to try to stick to the new brushes. So I'm going to go into the shade Mermaid Boy. This one right here. It's the one she used in the video. And, I mean, look at the color here. It's like a blue-green almost, but with a hint of maybe gray. So, I mean, it's beautiful. Sorry, I'm going to try not to block you with my mirror. So this will also give me an idea of the fallout, if there is any. It's an absolutely beautiful color. It's very blue. On the eye it looks more blue than green. In the pan it looks more green than blue. So I'm actually going to try to spray this so I can get the maximum pigmentation with a little Fix Plus. So I'm going to really make sure that that blue stands out. Well, blue-green, whatever color. Mermaid Boy. And now I'm just going to bring it out just a little bit past the cut crease. It'd be easier for blending in the end. So I don't want to ruin the palette by putting a wet brush into it, so I'm just wipe it off my brush. So this color you do have to like build it up a little bit to get it to the right color that you want. Like if you want it deeper or darker. But it's a beautiful color, and I am going to deepen up my crease in my outer V, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just bringing this out just a little bit further. Kathleen also did that in her video. I absolutely see why. You know, you can kind of like see what you're doing before you do it. Oh, there we go. That one came out brighter. Like when you're trying to do an eyeshadow look, you have this idea of what you want. And if it's not coming out the way you want it, like, you got to kind of figure out why that happened and, you know, what caused it to happen that way. And it took me a long time to be able to figure that out. Like, normally, well, when I first started with makeup, I would get discouraged by it not coming out the way I wanted it to right away. And, you know, I would get really upset and I would just try to wipe it off. And, you know, now I know different ways to make it look the way I want it to look. And to adjust the tones and how to mix colors to make the right color. And you know, it took a lot of learning, a lot of different techniques, and watching a lot of different people do makeup to figure it out. But now I think I got it down to where I'm comfortable, and I'm happy with what I can do. I mean, I'm by far not the best makeup artist in the world. I mean, I'm not claiming to be. And I have no real formal training other than, you know, just doing people's makeup that I know and doing my own makeup. But, I mean, I think I know what I'm doing pretty much. And I always love to get new tips and tricks and learn from people. So, I mean, if you guys have any tips and tricks at any different time, if you see me struggling with something or whatever, you know, just be like, yo, this is my trick. This is what I do. This is how I learn. Like, you know, tips are always welcome on this channel. Always. They're welcome and they are greatly appreciated. So, I just want you guys to know that. Alright, so now I got that where I want it. I'll zoom in a little bit and like really show you this once it's all finished. I'm going to set that brush aside so I can clean it. Now, there's another color in here I'm going to be using. And the color is Elfish, right here in the corner, in the outer V. And then I'm going to deepen up the crease with it also, once I'm satisfied with the outer V. And I'm just bringing a little bit in. I don't want to bring too much in, because I don't want to make it too dark all around. Because I am going to take that Color Potion and bring that into the crease a little bit more to, you know, because it kind of lost some of that color up there when I put the blue on. And these colors, like I said, they have great pigmentation, but you can build them up to be even more. That's about what I wanted there. Alright, so I'm going back into the color Potion, and I'm going to bring that right up here, right in my lower portion of my crease. And then after that, I'm going to take the color Magical that I started with and bring it up a little bit higher. And you may hear my kids banging around downstairs, just to let you know they're home. We had almost all week off of school. They only had school Monday and Tuesday. And that was it, because they have, I do believe, teachers in service and election day. That's what it was. And I know you see like red spot here. That's not fallout. I just want to let you know that's actually a pimple I have. I've been very stressed with the, you know, no internet and not being able to put videos up and everything, to where it has caused me to have a attack from my lupus. And it's kind of been a little chaotic, so my face is not in the best shape, so I'm going to my regular blenders. Just going to bring this peachy color up, and I know that this blender will do it. But yeah, I've been a little extra stressed because of, you know, all this stuff that's going on, and whenever I get stressed, I end up having a lupus attack, and that becomes a mess, so. Like I said, this color in the pan looks like it's just brown, but when you actually look at the color, when you're putting it on, it comes out like a salmon-y, a mix of like a salmon brown. Beautiful color. One of my favorites in the whole palette. Alright, so it looks kind of crazy right now. It'll look better once I put on mascara, eyeliner, you know, regular makeup. Everything else, sorry. So I'm going to go off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to finish my lower lash line. See you in a minute. Alright guys, now I put all that on. I zoomed in a little bit further so you can kind of see what I did. I didn't kind of like touch it up a little bit, but I think I made it a little sloppy, so I'm sorry about that. For my lower lash line, real quick, before I show you my new highlight and everything, I'm going to take a small fluffy brush. You know, I'm going to use this pencil brush right here, the new one that came with the thing, with the brush kit. And I am going to use the color Magical. This, oops, sorry guys. Jeez Louise. Alright, I'm going to start with this one here for my lower lash line, this color Magical. And I'm just going to put that across the whole thing. Actually, I'm going to use a bigger brush real quick. I'm going to use one of my regular Wet n Wild brushes, dip into that color Magical. And I'm just going to put that all over my lower lash line. Blend that up. Just to give a base color. Got the first base color down for that. I am going to go into the color Potion, which is, again, this one right here. And I'm just taking my regular tiny little Morphe blending brush. And I'm going to bring this a little bit closer to my waterline, but not totally. I mean, I'm kind of blowing it out a little bit. I'm bringing it all the way into my inner corner, basically. And then I'm going to go into the deepest color that I use, the one I use for my outer corner, right there, and it's the color Elfish. And I'm going to take that on a flat top brush once I find it. There you go, right here. I'm going to use my little mirror and I'm going to put this right up against my waterline. And bring it all the way in. I also have a new lip kit that I got from, it's actually from Dollar General, and it's LA Colors, and I'm going to be using that today too. It's like a lip contour kit. You hear my daughter's downstairs probably, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Kids came up, they needed help with a movie. So I just put the darkest color right up against my waterline. I think it came out pretty good. This is exactly what Kathleen did in her video also. I'm just make sure it's attached there. I am going to use a dark brown eye. I'm going to be doing my inner corner highlight, my brow bone highlight, and then I will move on to mascara. So for those highlights, see, I really want to take this liquid Stila glitter liquid eyeshadow, and put it in the inner corner. But for the sake of only using this palette for my eyes, I don't know which one I want to do. I think I'm going to go into the shade Moony, which is the only satin. Let's see if I can get it to come in right there. And I'm going to use that for my inner corner, my brow bone. I think this is also the one that she used. So I'm going to put that on there. There's that. Okay. So I'm trying to get my mirror in your way. So there's the inner corner. It's a very pretty color. Probably one of my favorites right now. Redo my brow bone. Yeah, you can see it pretty good. That's a really pretty color for that. I haven't tried using this color yet, because I don't really use many satin colors, but wow. I hope it's showing up on camera the way it is here. Maybe. That's a beautiful color. That would actually probably be a really pretty highlight color, but I'm not going to do that today. It's going to be another day. Speaking of highlight, I did get this ColourPop highlight in Flexitarian. I've used it a few times already playing with it, as you can see. I mean, this color is absolutely insane, but what I didn't know is that these are actually cream colors and cream highlights, and I didn't know that when I first got it. So I was trying to use a brush, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, why isn't it working? But Beauty Blender, you only have to tap just a little bit on there. You'll see. And look at that. It's crazy instantly. Look at that highlight. It's friggin' insane. Like, that's one of the most exciting things. I have a pimple right here, like I said, and I'm hoping that this don't accentuate it, but it's probably going to, because everything should basically accentuate that pimple. It's like perfect spot. Yeah, that's insane. I never used a ColourPop highlight before, so when I used this the first time, I was like, oh my god, like, I've really missed out on some things. I'm not ordering things like everybody else does. And that's a crazy... Went a little overboard, sorry guys. I don't want to blind you. That's a crazy highlight. I think highlighting is like my favorite part of makeup. I don't know many people that it isn't their favorite part. But I think I'm going to try to get a color just a little bit darker than this one next time. Oh my goodness. I think I just made that worse. Because I think this one's a little bit light for me. But... so I'm going to spread that around. There we go. A little up here. Yeah, a little bit goes such a long way with this stuff. It's insane. I'm going to move on to mascara. Had it out. Oh, right in front of my face. So I'm going to use my Soap and Glory and my Superhero Mascara. So I decided to use this face powder also. I used it today, and I think it looks pretty good, and it's probably going to make like a bunch of people like, you know, cringe, but it's this powder right here. I got it when I moved into my home. It was here. It was never opened. I opened it, and it probably just flashed back like crazy because it's pure white. But this powder is like 80 years old, and it was never touched, and I could not resist it. Don't ask me why or what would make me think it's okay to put it on my face. But I did it once before this, and my face was absolutely fine, so I did it again today, and I think it did an amazing job, especially for being like 80 years old. And I just had to say something about it because I thought it was amazing. And I looked it up, and it's worth like, you know, $100 or something like that, but you can get it online for like 40 through different companies. And I think it's just supposed to be like a collector's item, but you know me with makeup, like I can't resist using a new powder or whatever, so I think this eye look would look really good with some fake lashes, but I really don't feel like doing it right now. I've been actually using individual lashes, or taking my lashes and piecing them where I want them individually, like little sections. But I don't feel like doing it today. I mean, you can see I do have lashes, even though they're not that, you know, crazy and whatever, but anyway, moving on. Move on to my lip kit I got right here. It's a lip contour kit. It's supposed to be these colors here. You can see it through the box. There's a little description. Plain lips, lined with lipstick. It might be a little bit too light for me. I'm not sure. I did cut the tape on this. Alright, and it's just the liner and the lipstick. And LA Colors is actually a pretty good brand. I mean, I talk about it quite a bit. I use it a lot. But we'll see about this. It might be too light. And I don't really overline my lips because I think it looks terrible when I do it. Like, I don't know if it's just because I can't do it or if I just don't like that personally, like that look personally, but it's working. It's just very light. Kind of like blends into my face, and like my foundation, it's like the same color beige. We'll see about the lipstick. And this is supposed to be matte. I did read that. That is the weirdest dough foot ever too. It's like hard, like a hard sponge. It smells like cupcakes though. Alright. So that's way too light for my skin by itself. Sorry, my daughter's walking away with a basket, all quiet. That is funny. I am going to take a dark brown lip liner and line this a little bit more. This is just a Wet n Wild, I think. Yeah, Wet n Wild liner. Just to give my lips some dimension, I'm, you know, going to make them darker. Darken that. That looks a lot better already. I'm going to put a little bit more of the lipstick over it just to make it mesh better. So that is a pretty color. I do like it. I mean, it's not my favorite ever. I think I would have to use, like, you know, the dark liner first and then go in with the lipstick. Maybe it's just like a center color, maybe a darker color around it. As it's drying, it's a little bit sticky, but it is turning matte. I didn't do that great of a job, but I do think it looks alright with the eye look because that is so crazy. No highlighter, sorry, I can't stop looking at it. So this is my look I created with the Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. I hope it's something different for my channel. as opposed to, you know, my normal yellow, orange, red, everything else that I normally do. This is definitely outside my comfort zone. I really do like it. I think it came out really beautiful. I hope you guys liked it also. And that's it for my video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys like my look, and I hope I see you in my next one. Bye, guys.